Welcome, welcome, welcome. Your boy Carcino for life here. Let's talk about it. Not for life, but just for the moment. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. LB, you getting the cash app. Put your cash app in the description box. Oh my goodness. I'm in shock. Demar DeRozan is signed with the Sacramento Kings after a 3-team deal. What? Absolutely, it happened. Shocked, but it happened. Wow. This went left fast. Well, let's get the party started. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. The whole shebang bang. We ready to go. Kick the intro. Hi, I'm Carcino. Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Oh, here in Chicago, we known for a while that Demar DeRozan would not be returning back to the team. There was no chance he was coming back to the Chicago Bulls. This man is gone. We knew it. We didn't know he was going to the Kings, though. But we knew he was gone. We knew he was gone. You know why? They took down his exhibit. The Bulls did. You know, they're getting ready to start Summer League and all the stuff that they're doing. So all of the Demar DeRozan stuff had to go. So they were taking that stuff down early. And all through the city, Demar DeRozan stuff started to disappear. Now, what I've noticed, and what I've said constantly throughout my days, nights, what is a commonality of basketball and sports is that people will be traded. Players are going to want to go more frequently, and I call this the LeBron James effect. Somebody go there, they don't like the way the wind is blowing on them, and they want to go to another team. And they try to demand moving. Now it's going to be harder and harder to move from team to team. The NBA wants to get some type of control. So the new collective bargaining agreement puts that control back in the hands of the owners. You just can't bounce around to team anymore like that. How will this ruin the continuity as they re-sign Malik Monk? So now they re-sign Malik Monk. They keep everybody, really. They don't really lose people. And now you bring in Demar DeRozan to be your guy. That's saying a lot. Saying a lot, a hell of a lot. He had 3 years with the Bulls, which kind of rejuvenated his career a little bit. And he started to go down, down, down each year. But that first year with the Bulls was him going out showing that he could still be a dominant player in the league. But pushing the lineup of him and Zach LaVine was really pushing the envelope. Now, the Bulls are going to get in transition in a 3-team transaction, rather, with the Spurs. So the Bulls, Spurs, and Kings are all involved. And the Bulls are getting Chris Duarte. He's got a $5.9 million deal. Either expires or they can extend it or move into some type of restricted free agency deal. You know, that's going to get them draft capital, and they can get 2 first-round picks and stuff down the road. And the Bulls are also receiving some money. That's the Bulls. They're going to make the best business decision. They ain't going to never make no decision to win championships, but it's going to be a business decision. Now, when they wanted him to sign a veteran minimum to play, it angered him 3 years ago. Now people were kind of dangling something like that around now, and he's like, no, not after the 3 years I had. He was playing for deals. Though the Bulls created a trade exemption of $17 million. Although they currently sit at about 11 to about 12-ish below the luxury tax with the 14 contracts they got, but nothing's guaranteed yet. DeRozan will sign a 3-year, $74 million deal, which will feature 2 years and $59 million guaranteed. So he's guaranteed $59 million out of this contract. His 3rd year is a partial agreement. So the Spurs is going to pick up Harrison Barnes. And this, to me, is the best move for the Kings. Harrison Barnes had cost them a lot of games, especially in the playoffs. And I think he's pretty much on his way out, too. And Harrison Barnes is now going to the Spurs, who play at a pace that, would fit him. Now, I don't know why they gave him a name here, King of the Fourth, because he is not King of no fourth anything here. Because if that was the case, you would have made the playoffs. He's always got frozen when the time was right, when the games mattered, which is the playoffs. Playoff DeMar DeRozan is atrocious. Well, they already got De'Aaron Fox. DeRozan led the NBA in fourth quarter points and minutes last season. So that's why they called him King of the Fourth. But we all know what's real. So averaging 25, 5, and 5 last season. Over the last 3 seasons, that's been his average. So, and he appeared in 93% of the possible games. So he's got professionalism, consistency, but he's a ball dominant player, one-on-one player. So now this lessens De'Aaron Fox drives to the basket because DeMar DeRozan's going to want to slow this down, dribble, and go one-on-one, turn the ball over. make bad decisions, getting brain freezes when you get to the playoffs. So the thing is, what's going to happen when you hit the playoffs? Because that's what this is. Yeah, they brought him out to the crowd today, and everybody stood up and clapped as they got Demar DeRozan on the team, and they played not like us, and he came out. They introduced Demar DeRozan. He came and sat down on the bench over there where the players was. So yeah, it's official. It's a lot of things that need to be acquired or accounted for. That's not making a lot of sense to people, and I don't understand why these things are happening. But yeah, I mean, hell, who could really deny it? When you start seeing these type of moves made, you got DeMar DeRozan signing a 3-year deal with the Kings, and nobody kind of saw that really coming. But when LeBron signed that $100-some million deal that threw the big monkey wrench into the whole situation, when LeBron signed that 2-year, $104 million deal and absorbed up all the goddamn money, I didn't know how they was gonna get that trade done. But I was still holding out hope that DeMar DeRozan would go over to the Lakers. But there's no way he could turn down that guarantee money that the Lakers, I know, was not going to pay him. He was not getting a 3-year, $74 million deal from the Los Angeles Lakers. That just was not going to happen, and they have to pay LeBron. Oh, well, the Lakers are going to lock Bronny up in a multi-year contract. So locking him into a deal would keep him out of G League and basically make him, that player. And now for the first week, it's going to be Bronny and LeBron playing ball first week of the season. Wow, what that looks like. Looks like a dog and pony show. That means nothing in the aspect of things, but Bronny James, what it looked like for him today, well, it's pretty rough, but it's a learning experience. I mean, summer league. He had 4 points. He couldn't really get the jumper to fall. He shot it. I mean, the shots looked good, but I mean, he got a referee to overturn a call. The call was right though. The guy did stick his leg out, but it's just the optics. For Bronny James, they challenge it. So they already setting that stage for optics. Yeah, well, No. You're looking at a guy in LeBron James who let Demar DeRozan go through his hands. So now you definitely can't get Zach LaVine. Now, 3 days ago, the Los Angeles Lakers tried to do a 3-team deal that would send DeMar DeRozan. Oh, yeah, they tried to work with the Pistons. And I don't know why the Pistons and Bulls was even thinking about working with the damn Lakers and anything. But here we are. Pistons and Bulls working together on a trade. Just saying that makes my skin crawl. You could tell they don't have the same ownership, same people in there that understand what's going on. I'd have came there and slapped the phone out of people's hands. Slap! What's going on? That's the Bulls. Yeah, we don't do business with them. I'd have stopped all that in 5 seconds. Oh, yeah, for sure. The team is blowing up everything. Everybody's blowing up the Chicago Bulls because it's a bad organization. I've been telling you that for 30 years. Even when they were winning championships, they were a horrible organization. Yeah. Now, let's take a look at here. Take a real good look at this thing because I want it to be blown wide open. Wide open. Now, how we blow things wide open? The Chicago Bulls tried to trade Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan together in a package deal with 3-way trade where the Pistons would get Zach LaVine. Why? I have no idea. Then, especially after you got Tobias Harris, what the hell you need Zach LaVine for? Then you got D'Lo. He was going to go to the Bulls, and DeMar DeRozan was going to go to the Lakers. That didn't work. And the major problem with that is that deal closed about 2 days ago. It looked like it was happening. Then everything started to close. The walls started to cave in. They lost Klay Thompson. They lost DeMar DeRozan. The team, and as far as the direction of the team, you bring in J.J. Redick. You bring in Scotty Brooks. You bring in Nate McMillan. As for the player side of things, you add a rookie and you add Bronny James. It's been all talk, and then you sign LeBron to all this money. And everybody is so fighting over who the coach, fighting over who's going to be on the team, who ain't going to be on the team. Meanwhile, your main problem is this guy. You got a 42-year-old player named LeBron James. And I'm just so happy he did not go to the Clippers. Because DeMar DeRozan would have brought that team to ruins. Let him stay in Sacramento. Now, they've done nothing to update the roster. It's saying that this was a 500 ball club last year. When I told you last year, I said this is like a 500 ball club, which it really was. It was a bad basketball team. It's a collection of players who are taught and trained to give the ball to LeBron. So if that's what the strategy is, if that's what the game is going to come to, how can you blame these players when they're not really being chosen to be those guys? They're just rogue players. All the blame's on them. They're the reason the game went left. Well, the 3-team trade failed because it's always going to come down to money. So you would have to clear a lot of cap space to land Demar DeRozan. And you're not going to be able to match what the Kings was able to do and guarantee this man about $60 million is guaranteed. It's actually 59 on the nose. The Lakers can't match that. They don't have any money. And the reason why they don't have any money is because they wasted all their money. You got stuck with D'Lo because you didn't trade him. You fired Darvin Ham in May. In June 20th, you hired J.J. Redick. Then you drafted Dalton Connect and Bronny James. Then June 29th, that was the 26th and 27th day. Okay, 29th, D. Russ exercised his player option, said, hey, I'm in. So now, on July the 3rd, you resigned LeBron James and hired Nate McMillan, Scotty Brooks, and as assistant coaches. So now, once that happens, you put yourself in a dilemma. You saw Klay Thompson go to the Dallas Mavericks. You couldn't get Klay. You saw DeMar DeRozan out there. Tried to get DeMar DeRozan. You put all your stock into D-Rose, and it failed because LeBron James is taking a lion's share of the money. 2 years, $104 million. Now, you might be asking yourself, why is this happening like this? Because it's harder for players to move, and then they don't want to be stuck with LeBron James for 2 years, and then this becomes a dog and pony show about trying to get Bronny going. And you got to think about your career. Players don't believe playing with LeBron James is the key. Now, you would need a journeyman who would sign on to this. So somebody who saying, hey, man, I'm just here to get my money, and this is that. But when they seen what happened to Russ, they seen what happened to all these players that they like, they see how AD gets treated. If he has one bad game, it's all on him. And then no one can see the 42-year-old guy's out of gas. He's trying to play for like 40 minutes a game, and he's slowing the game down. He's not getting back defensively. So when you start noticing these things, it's like, wow, I've noticed that, I've noticed that, I've noticed that. What are we talking about? What are we really talking about? Yep. Yeah, well, it's gonna be hard. You know, it's gonna be hard. No, no, I don't really see another move like that. Well, that's the thing. When you see the Lakers move in such a way, no, you see the Lakers move in such a way. I think the Rosen would probably wear number 10 on the. Yeah. No, well, you see a lot of things happen and transpire with like no, I really didn't see it like that. What I'm saying is this: this isn't greatness. When you gotta play with everybody else and have a super team to try to beat other everybody else, like what are you doing? You supposed to be the guy. It's like he's 42, then sit your ass down. If you 42, they should have a limit as far as how many minutes you should play per game. It's ridiculous. There's no reason to bash Bronny. Why am I bashing Bronny James? Absolutely. DeMar DeRozan to help you win some regular season games. In the playoffs, you might as well just replace him with a G League player because you ain't gonna get jack squat out of him in the playoff. He's gonna go ice cold again. He's gonna freeze up, and that'll be it. I've never seen so many different people with opinions on a situation they normally don't care about. Like DeMar DeRozan, this is probably the most attention he's gotten in about 4 or 5 years, except for Chicago. Like Chicago, DeMar DeRozan, man, that's my guy. He did it again. He hit 2 game-winning shots in 2 nights in a row, and that did it. That was like his fame that year. Oh yeah. They got a guy that can handle the ball. He can bring it up, but he slows the game down to a crawl, and it takes him a long time dribbling the clock out, trying to get shots. But if you want to go to him down the stretch, you can. But Fox is normally your guy that closes the games, so they're kind of like taking that responsibility away from him. Yeah, it's so much that happens and go down and like competition and as far as basketball and one-on-one gameplay and you just want to be prepared at all times. Yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to always make sure you're prepared. Mm-hmm. Well, the whole world knew what was happening. Come on. The world knows LeBron James is toxic. To have the big three, everybody 5 days ago was ready. They was ready to see D-Rose go back home to LA. LeBron and messed that up too. That $104 million deal just took that to the toilet. And what about Anthony Davis? He ain't giving up no money. He's willing to take a pay cut. LeBron gonna take a pay cut. That frugal bastard is not taking a pay cut ever. He knows one thing: get the money at all costs. He was never going to the Miami Heat. That's too much Pat Riley control. Like Pat Riley being at the reins, it's hard to get a superstar player to play in Miami, knowing how Pat Riley run things. Your freedom is limited. You arguing with him over tickets. Everybody gets 2 tickets. That's it. You buy them for your family. If you want to buy them, you buy them. He'd be like, man, I'm a superstar. I got to buy my own tickets? Oh, you out your mind. Well, once the Klay Thompson was gone, they really didn't want Klay like that. They put up a fourth of an effort to make it appear that they tried to bring Klay Thompson to the Lakers, and they really didn't care. That was for Michael Thompson. Like, oh, we really tried to pursue Klay, but he's got his mindset. They offered him a better deal. We just couldn't match. So there's nothing really out there in this free agent market. Really, there is really nothing out there for the Los Angeles Lakers. So their whole thing is trial by fire. We're going to try to see what's in the garbage bin, dig around in the waiver list, and pick up somebody on waivers. That's it. Let's get to the waiver list, get to the waiver wire, pick up somebody, and go from there. And once they couldn't get a dance partner to make it happen, because once LeBron on the 3rd signed that deal, That killed it. That $104 million deal with LeBron killed it. You couldn't bring D'Lo back. Now you need a dance partner, and don't nobody want to dilly dance with you. And you don't have the money. Oh, yeah. So the team belongs to Kobe White. And I'm cool with that. As I told people years ago, Kobe White's the man. I knew from a rookie what kind of player he was. And when he played in North Carolina, I knew what kind of player he was. He's a scoring guard. And he cannot do that with a bunch of ball-dominant people in his way. The Bulls was even stupid enough to bring him off the bench. It's completely stupid. Why would you think about bringing a man off the bench who can actually perform and still hold it down out there on the court? Oh, Demar DeRozan look, the Lakers proved what they are. Now DeMar DeRozan is going to show you what he is. He's a guy that's going to choke it up. Choke it up down the stretch. Soon as they go down that stretch, that's all she wrote. Seriously, that's all she wrote. Soon as they go down this stretch, that's it. He like this. That's what he looked like. At the end of the day, that's what he looked like. That's why no one believes it. What I tell you about narratives? Narratives never change. Perceptions never change. Absolutely. That man will not be able to lead you to a championship. Sorry. He's there to get his money and score some points and win some regular season games. If your mind is NBA championship, you can kiss that goodbye. This man here will help you win a couple of regular season games where he will hit a shot and whatever, have one big game or two, but him being a factor, that's dead in the water. Sorry, it's dead in the water. So LB, wherever you at, LB, you might be out kicking it. LB, you getting the cash out. That is right, CP. He's a regular season merchant. Oh, Cino was out there getting his steps on, boy. Cino was step this way, step this way, step this way, step this way. Are you my friend? Yeah. Are you locked in? Cino was out there today, boy. Step this way, step this way, step this way, step this way. I was like, okay, now, how many times y'all gonna play this song out here? Every 10 minutes. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, it's back. Dun, 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 dun. Step this way, and step this way, step this way, and step that way. I'm tired of stepping this way. I'm tired of stepping that way right now. My feet hurt. Oh, you know it. Stevenson is a boxer. He's not a knockout artist. He's always been that guy. He still fights in an amateurish style, even though he's filled into the weight class. No, Bruce Leroy, because I haven't had time, and I want to make sure I do it in a good hour, you know? Like, I was supposed to do another video right now. I still might do the power review a little, probably about a couple hours. Don't hold me to it, but I want to do it in a time where everybody can get out and do something. You know, it's Saturday night, man. Saturday night. Cino has been on fire right now, so I need to probably get out there and facilitate some of these slot machines while they still paying out. Now, one thing I've always noticed is when people are not being genuine, when people are holding up progress. So what I've also known in this situation is a lot of the times people are optimistic for no reason. If you look at the Sacramento Kings and what they represent as a team, they don't represent a team you think that you really see going anywhere. I mean, I see them probably getting to the playoffs, past the first round, second round, but with Demar DeRozan, I think he's kind of in the way because of the way he plays. He's just a mid-range player. And I think he really don't move the needle like a lot of people would hope he would. Plus, he's an older veteran player. And most of those guys are like, look, man, I'm here to get my numbers. Like, don't bother me. Leave me alone. They're like, we trying to win a championship here. They don't care. So that's where it's at. He's a closer in the regular season. What has he done in the playoffs? Give it all up. So that's the way I see it. Bronny James did his thing, man, you know. Played his first game, got like 4 points. That's his average. So if he averages 4 points, like where do they do this at? You're averaging 4 points a game, full, and then 2 whatever, and everybody's like, Bronny sucked it up. Here's the news. Bronny's doing that because that's what his range is right now. He's a 4-point average player. Like he might get a fast break layup. He might get that one game. He might get 6. Hell, he might get 11 or 12 one time. But it's his first game. I was watching him to see what else he was going to bring to the table. I'm like, let me see what I'm getting from Bronny. No. It's not the case. What you want to see and what you want from your players is you want players that's going to be productive out here. You want players that can step up, hit shots, move the ball around, be be assertive, be team oriented. That's what the Kings basketball philosophy is with Mike Brown. He ain't coming in here with this diva mentality, and they're not gonna go for this Demar DeRozan. He got an attitude today because he didn't get the ball one time. So now he mad. I ain't get the ball that one time. How could they not give it to me? So now he upset. Yeah, you don't want that. Well, that's the hard part. Yeah. Well, LB wasn't here. Cade got some shooters now. It's progress. Anything is better than last season. But hell, we've been going through a process for the last 4-5 years. I hate it when this light go out. Now I gotta climb up there and change that light. That is not acceptable by me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Seafood diet. That's right, baby. I see them and I eat. Well, you can believe it. The Lakers can get Tim Hardaway Jr. You're right. That seems more like a Chicago Bulls move, Josephine. Send him right there. Bulls fans are real stupid and slow, but they'll get there one day. They'll wake up. Then they'll realize their organization sucks. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Lakers are done. So now at the Lake Show, they can't make a move. That man took y'all money. Where does this service you at? It don't service you. Every time and I mean every time you see LeBron James involved in something, it's going bad. It's going left. Yeah. That's what they have going on over there. You have two teams over there. The Lakers are being held hostage by LeBron James and his business practices. LeBron knows, hey, I'm just going to leave. What happened to AD? This is your team. What happened to that? Oh, yeah. 100%. He made you get JJ Redick. He made you get Bronny. He made you sign him to a $200 or $104 million contract. It's like, why the hell did he even void the last one? They don't even tell you how the contract is split up. because they trying to see how they're going to balance it and stay with under the second tier. Because we all know what that is. What? Okay, Night. You just came over here and said something crazy. When was this? Royce and Eminem said that they're not on Kendrick Lamar's side. When did they say this? Oh, there's an article. Okay, well, you got to make sure it's from a real publication. Because that would be very stupid of them to say something like that right before his album come out. You want to piss off West Coast people when you want them to listen to your album? Mm-hmm. Well, RT's really be trying to troll, though, boy. He be going. RT be going with the troll. Like, I got to keep it up. We're down big. I got to keep going. You always bet Stevenson by decision. You don't bet him by knockout. Well, I have to check publications before I say that's what they're saying. Yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy. But what's going to happen is well, when you have a lot of different instances take place, you have, you got a lot of people that are involved in trying to get your success. And no, he'll be all right. He said, still talking about he gonna come back. Only in a rerun. Yeah, I saw the picture of him, boy. He did look stressed. That boy looked stressed. Exactly. Well, we'll see how he fits with the team and everything else, and how he's, playing with Fox, who's mostly on ball. So we'll see how it moves. Shouts out to Welcome to HDI TV. You might be live right now. Subscribe to those brothers. Remember, we're going to tell you about Tupac White Girlfriend. We're going to get into a whole lot of stuff on the Patreon. So I'm out. God bless.